In this video, we will discuss absolute value and distance. The absolute value of a real number is its magnitude, or distance between the number and zero. Absolute value is always positive because distance cannot be negative. For example, if we have the absolute value of -3, know that we would go 3 units to the left of 0 to get from 0 to -3, so that is 3 units away. If we had the absolute value of 5, we are still going 5 units away from 0, so the absolute value is 5. Some properties of absolute values are highlighted here for you. So note that with number 1, absolute value of A is greater than or equal to 0. So your absolute value is always going to be a positive number. Number 2, the absolute value of -A is equal to the absolute value of A. An example of this for number 2, the absolute value of -3 is equal to the absolute value of +3 because both numbers are 3 units away from 0. The absolute value of AB is equal to the absolute value of A times the absolute value of B. And finally, the absolute value of A over B is equal to the absolute value of A divided by the absolute value of B. And of course, in this case, B cannot be equal to 0 because we cannot have 0 in our denominator. Finally, we have the distance between 2 points on the number line. Absolute value can be used to define the distance between 2 points on the real number line. So let A and B be real numbers. The distance between A and B is the absolute value of B minus A, which is going to be equal to the absolute value of A minus B. For example, if we wanted to determine the absolute value of 3 minus 7, that is going to be the same as the absolute value of 7 minus 3. And why does this work? Well, the absolute value of 3 minus 7 is going to be the absolute value of -4, which we know is actually equal to the absolute value of 4, as they are both 4 units away from 0. And this does also work if you have either 2 negative numbers or a positive and a negative number.